You've already seen how this story ends. You just don't remember it yet. Because right now, somewhere, it's already 2050, and someone's watching you. In 2050, kids study 2026, the way we study the moon landing. 1 year, one choice. That's all it took to change everything. I'm a historian from 2050. My job is to relive this exact year. So sit back, because you're already in the story. My mission starts in January 2026, in an ordinary city. Everyone's staring at their phones. Nobody notices what's coming. Every screen shows the same headline. A machine just passed a test no one expected. In 2050, we call this the morning nobody blinked. Offices everywhere argue about what it means for their jobs. Some people panic. Some people laugh it off completely. In my time, that headline gets one sentence in the history books. Because, spoiler, that's not the moment that matters. I keep watching. Weeks pass. The panic fades fast. People go back to normal. That's the dangerous part. But something quieter is happening. 3 blocks from that office. A teenager closes an app. Just closes it. Nobody films it. Nobody posts it. It doesn't trend. In 2050, we'd give anything to know her name. But wait, that's not even the real twist yet. Rewind to spring 2026. A different kind of headline hits. Teen screen time hits an all-time high. Every article says, parents everywhere panic about phones at the dinner table. In 2050, we call 2026 the year everyone finally admitted it. Schools start banning phones in classrooms across the country. Some kids riot. Some kids quietly thank them. One school gym turns into a room full of board games. Nobody expected laughter to come back that fast. Therapists' waiting rooms are packed with families trying to reconnect. In my time, we call this the first crack in the wall. A crack, not the moment. Keep that in mind. Because most people still think it's about the technology. It's never really about the technology. Never has been. It's about what people choose to do with their hands. Back in 2026, one dad starts a weekly no-phone dinner. He posts it once, then never checks if it went viral. That's the part historians almost missed completely. Still not it, but we're getting warmer. Summer 2026. A different fear spreads through every workplace. Will a machine replace me by next year? People whisper. Office layoffs hit the news. Automation gets the blame. In 2050, this fear has a name: the Great Guessing. Some workers retrain overnight. Some just wait and hope. One guy learns to fix machines instead of fearing them. Another spends his savings chasing the next hot trend. In 2050, we know exactly which choice paid off. Housing prices spike again. Young couples give up on buying. Everyone blames the economy. Nobody blames the algorithm yet. A landlord raises rent using a pricing tool nobody questions. In 2050, that tool has a very different reputation. One renter finally asks, "Wait, who actually set this price?" That single question spreads faster than any protest ever did. City council meetings fill up for the first time in years. In 2050, historians argue this was the real spark. But even I'm not convinced it's the full answer. Because the biggest changes rarely start in a council room. They start in kitchens, in group chats, in small arguments. Everyone in 2050 argues about this, but even we might be wrong. Fall 2026, I follow one ordinary family for 3 weeks. Nothing dramatic happens. That's exactly why I'm watching. The mom fact-checks a scary post before sharing it. It takes her 90 extra seconds. Nobody claps for that. The dad teaches their kid how an algorithm picks videos. The kid says, "Wait, it's not just showing me things." Down the street, a neighbor starts an actual book club. 6 people show up. In 2050, that number matters a lot. A coworker asks a real question instead of trusting a headline. Small, boring, completely unfilmable. And that's the point. None of this trends. None of it gets a single view. In 2050, we have a name for these people. We call them the ones who paused. Millions of them. One pause doesn't change a timeline. A million might. I start counting. The number is bigger than anyone guessed. There are 3 more reasons this year mattered. The last one hurts. There are 3 more reasons, and the last one is the worst. In my version of 2050, cities still have parks and porches. In the other version, the one that almost happened, they don't. That other 2050 has empty streets and silent apartments. Same year, same headlines. One difference, fewer people paused. I've walked through that other version. Once. Never again. It's quiet in a way that makes your chest hurt. No book clubs, no dinner rules, no 90 extra seconds. Just a whole generation that trusted the feed completely. In that world, 2026 gets one line in the history book. The year nobody noticed anything was wrong. That's it. I came back here to find out how close we got. Closer than you'd want to know. Uncomfortably close. A single percentage point separates the 2 timelines. 1%? 1% of people choosing to slow down. That's it. I've rewatched this year 11 times, looking for the moment. And that's when everything almost fell apart. And that's when everything fell apart. But it didn't. Because of something nobody put in headlines. The moment isn't an event. It never was. It's a person, closing an app, right before bed. It's a parent asking one more question at dinner. It's a stranger saying, "Wait, let me actually check that." None of them know they're the moment. That's the trick. In 2050, we don't worship one hero from 2026. We thank millions of boring, forgettable Tuesdays instead. I've studied this year my whole career. I know how it ends. What I don't know yet is how your Tuesday goes. Because right now, you're not watching 2026. You're living it. One more thing. This part's not for 2050. It's for you. As somewhere in 2050, someone's studying this exact moment. The one where you're sitting there, watching a stick figure talk. What you do in the next 60 seconds actually counts. Close the app. Ask one real question. Call someone today. History's not made of headlines. It's made of Tuesdays like this one.